Why am I here? Why am I born like this? Why do bad things keep happening to me? Why do I need to stay here? Is it all worth it? Do I deserve to be happy? How much more pain do I need to endure to find meaning behind it? What's the meaning behind it all? While going through life, many events will happen that cause variations of these questions to arise. This seemingly normal sequence of life holds nefarious and unknown meaning when we stop and wonder why it exists. Life becomes meaningless as we continue to be suppressed by these unanswered questions, and the pain and trauma that we feel become more and more hurtful as they continue haunting us. So then a question arises. What's the meaning of this endless absurdity within this meaningless world? This is exactly the story of, in my opinion, last year's best film, Memoir of Snail. In the film, Grace Puddle, our main character, is in the same situation as us. At the start of the film, she also wondered the same thing. What's the meaning behind all this? She starts to recollect things in her past, asking why bad things happen to me. Why do good things come when bad things are usually what I deserve? In short, she's trying to find her meaning in her seemingly meaningless world. So does she manage to find meaning behind it all? Let's dissect her journey in the film. At the start of the film, we see Grace sitting outside, near Pinky's pity pit. Processing her recent near and dear friend's death makes her go back to her life, searching for any memory that gives meaning to her existence. We see her childhood. Her twin brother, Gilbert, was always there to keep her company. Together, he always protects Grace from bullies, and he makes life more fun. Her dad is also there. Although disabled, his presence always makes their modest life more colorful. In her teenage years, she found a friend, Pinky. With her outlandish and extroverted personality, she always shows Grace the limits of life and how to live it fully. But she is also caring and nurturing, making Grace feel like family. And although separated, Gilbert is still close, writing her letters and making her feel happy. She also found a man. With Ken, Grace feels like she's worth something, that somebody still can love someone no matter how she looks. But after all the happy memories, she noticed that it always ends in pain and trauma. Her dad passed away, leaving her only with Gilbert. Then she gets separated from him, distancing her from the only person she knows who loves her truly. While she found a nice, welcoming foster family, they ended up leaving her again on her own. Meanwhile, Gilbert has to endure much bullying, even torture, from his cultish foster family. While Ken shows her that love can exist for her, he ended up only using her to fuel his fucked up fetish. And her worry for Gilbert comes true when Gilbert dies in a house fire after fending off his foster parents and family, plunging Grace more in sorrow and self-hate. And her only true friend, Pinky, ended up dying and leaving her alone. After all of that happy and painful trip down memory lane, she concluded that her life doesn't mean anything. She's alone in this world, and all she can think about is just painful memories after others. Wanting to escape all of it, she decided to end her life. But just as she started to eat the poison, she understood the last thing Pinky said before she died. After finding Pinky's safe, she discovered a note inside it for her. In it, Pinky reminds Grace that she is stuck inside a cage of her own self-loathing and pain. She wants Grace to know that the cage has never been locked, only she who pushes herself in it. As her trauma, pain, and hatred for herself grew larger, she drew herself more and more inside the cage, making it harder and harder for her to heal. Pinky continues that instead of letting that pain define her existence, she wants Grace to let it go, get rid of things that remind her of her past, and move on. In her own words,
life can only be understood backwards, but we have to live it forwards.
In the end, the note put a realization in Grace's mind, allowing her to move forward and start anew. As the film continues, we see Grace starting her new life. She made a film about her life. It wasn't very good, according to her, but she finally started to become the person she always wanted to be. Gilbert also came to her film showing, revealing that he actually made it out of the fire. In the end, the twins lived together, reunited again, like they once did. So what can we take from Grace's journey? Grace's life shows that human life will always be filled with hard questions and traumas. Through Grace's reflection on her past, we see that there's no meaning behind all those questions and all that pain. Random things just and always occur out of nowhere, with no explanation. And whatever justification we assign to them, they will never vindicate it happening. That's what being human is like, and it sucks. Some of us might be able to process it and heal ourselves, but some might not. Some might take years, even a lifetime, just to be able to reconcile with it. And some might not even be able to, just like Grace at some point of the film. But whatever bad memories that we've experienced, they're all in the past. Pinky's last note for Grace highlights that the pain and traumas she has endured are all behind her, and like all things in the past, we can't do anything or change them. Pinky wants Grace to focus on the present and future, which are things that Grace can actually affect and change. Instead of putting everything behind us back in front, the film wants us to put all the bad memories back where they belong, in the past. Pinky understands that we can't just simply forget and let go of everything that's bad behind us. She also experienced pain. She understands the importance of acknowledging and contemplating those events. But seeing Grace wallows in her past, letting it consume her present and endanger her future, Pinky wants Grace to break out of her shell. Through her note, she wants Grace to
set yourself free.
She points out that as we move forward, more pain and suffering will come. But whatever it is that will come, she wants us to face it. As Pinky said it herself,
There'll be pain, but that's life. You have to face it head on. Be brave.
That